the 95-5 rule. So there's two parts of it. I wanted to understand it. So my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, most people are pretty good at things. It's this last 5% that you suck at. It's kind of like the weakest link in a chain. You're only as strong as the weakest link. And then on the next chapter you talk about, but focus on, you got to leverage your strengths. That's another one. So how do you balance focusing on your weakest part, but while also, so let's say for example, for me, I'll give you an example. I think my weakest point in the past was I have so many kind of ideas in my mind that I forget to focus sometimes, right? So maybe that's my 5% I need to get better. But my strength is also that I'm broad. Right. I reach a lot of people. So what would be your advice to me? Like, how do I balance my weakness but still focus on my strength?
Well, you've become successful because you do 95% of everything right. And everybody that is successful, every business out there, they're doing 95% right. But the ones that really make it, go figure out the details in the 5%. Mm-hmm. And I always know that I have to keep pushing and driving everybody to get that 5%. And let's just look at it in a simple way. You know, I can drive up to, and I'm just going to use a restaurant or a retail store just as an example. I was talking to Walmart, their Saturday morning meeting a couple of Saturdays ago. And and somebody asked me about the 95-5 rule. I said, let me just give you an example, okay? You're the general manager of a Walmart, and you drive up to your store that morning, and you look in the parking lot, and you see is there bottles left out there or cigarette butts, and you go up to the front door, and you look, are all the lights on? Is the sign right? Is there dead weeds around the flower beds around the front door? All the baskets in there? Or you go to the front door, and is there smudges on the glass, and does it look real clean out there? Or is there spilt drinks and everything? Well, I hadn't even walked in the store, and me personally or that general manager, I can judge the general manager of that store. I can tell you if that's a well-run store. And I can pull up to any of my restaurants or anybody's retail store and tell you before I ever walked in the door if that's a good operator or not.
Yeah.
Okay? And if they're not a good operator on the outside, why in the hell should I think they're going to be a good operator on the inside?
Yeah.
So just think about when you're driving around and you're looking at somebody's business.
Yeah.
And it'll tell you a lot about them. That's the 5% from just a visual standpoint.
Yeah.
But you know your 5%, maybe I'm not quite focused because I'm trying to go in too many directions. So it's just you working with yourself and saying, I have got to follow through on this or I'm not going to get it done.
Yeah.
And I can't lose, because all of us guys that are successful, we have ADD.
Right.
Okay, that is why we're successful.
You think you have ADD?
Do I think it? I know it.
Yeah.
Now, when I was in school, I think my teachers thought I had other bigger problems because we didn't focus on it then. But I realized I have it because I think all my kids have it. Okay? Yeah. It's just something that you'd be shocked at how many of us have.
I think I heard your daughter laugh out there when I said, do you have ADD?
But most successful people do for some reason. And because that's our brains, that they're working in a complicated way and that we're trying to always go do something else.
Yeah.
So I have to stop myself and say, I can't go on to this next deal or this next project till I've followed through and made sure that I've done everything here to make sure I'm successful. So it's kind of pinching myself and saying, step back and catch yourself or you're going to have a bad deal here.
Yeah.